This video will look at how entities interact in the guided discovery model, starting with the smallest system. In this diagram, the entities are A and B. In order for them to be considered as a system, they need to interact. Interaction will be defined as a form of communication. The communication can flow in one direction, like when a player observes another player without their knowledge. When the entities exchange communication, they create a feedback loop. So far, we have two entities joined by a communications channel. This creates a boundary between the system's internal and external environment. The boundary between the entities within a system and the environment outside the system is open. Every system is the result of some previous system's collapse, overtaken by a larger system, or altered by the introduction of a new entity. Furthermore, a major ongoing goal for every player is to find and become a part of a new system, because any system that they are currently in is rapidly decaying. The final point at the smallest level is the orientation of the two entities, because the direction of the communication flow is critical. Feed forward is the system's intent. It is the movement towards a specific goal. Feedback is the control on the intent. In the course of communicating, the entities change places in a picture of evolving command and control, and their position in this hierarchy is vital. This explains how systems move between emergent and intentional behavior. Note, there is one entity in this model that cannot exert command, only control, and that's the ball. Since it's inorganic, the ball lacks the ability to create and communicate intent, and is limited to only exerting control through feedback to the other entities. All this applies in systems larger than the minimum. When you add elements, you increase the number of communication channels open for each individual. In these systems, each player has to decide as to the direction and target for their attention. This is further complicated by the presence of other systems. Players not only need to attend to the elements within their system, but to those of other systems. Over time, system cohesion breaks down and players form new transient systems. While this model is based on at least two elements, each player comes with their own point of view. Each one has some say in which system they choose to be a part of. It's also important to keep in mind that each element is a part of several different systems at any point in time. A change in one relationship can cascade throughout the game through these other connections. This constant need to find new targets for attention, coupled with how to orient to them, creates a real problem for the idea of systems boundaries. For most players, the ability to discern the boundaries of even their own system in a timely manner will always be in question. Only a very few can see beyond their immediate connections. This is where the coach, the 24th element, comes into play. He or she stands outside the game and takes the global perspective, physically, mentally, and emotionally.